Good afternoon, I'm Lizzie with Chrome and Steel Radio, and this is our series, TruckFeed, where we give you the facts on important topics in the trucking industry. Today we're talking about the possible relaxing of drive time rules for truckers. The Trump administration's Department of Transportation is poised to ease the federal rules that govern how many hours a day truckers can be behind the wheel. Current regulations limit long-haul truckers to 11 hours of driving time within a 14-hour on-duty window. They must have had 10 consecutive hours off-duty between shifts. Many commentators are calling the current regulations a daily race against the clock as they try to keep their breaks and stops short so as to not delay time away from the road, a lot of them getting paid by the mile. While plenty of truck drivers and trucking companies are encouraging a relaxation of the rules, several transportation safety advocates are concerned that the lack of regulation could lead to increased driver fatigue, saying fatigue causes trucking accidents too often. It was reported previously that the National Transportation Safety Board declared fatigue a pervasive problem in all forms of transportation and added reducing fatigue-related accidents to its 2019-2020 Most Wanted list of safety improvements. Currently, off-duty and on-duty time for most truckers is recorded automatically by electronic logging devices. Responding to a congressional directive, the Obama administration set in motion the mandated use of ELDs as of December 2017, a regulatory requirement that Trump has not overturned. President Donald Trump has, however, been working on developing a strong relationship with the trucking industry. During Trump's first year in office, at least a dozen transportation safety rules under development or already adopted were repealed, withdrawn, delayed, or put on the back burner. Some groups have been pushing for the 30-minute mandated break to be eliminated entirely. Many have suggested that drivers should be able to start and stop the regulation clocks while it stops and while loading and unloading their trucks. Truck drivers should be able to, as Todd Spencer, president of the Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association, told AP News, rest when it makes sense to rest and drive when it makes sense to drive. The Hours of Service Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, NPRM, was published on Wednesday, August 14th. The proposed rules are as follows. To tie the required 30-minute break to 8 hours of driving time without at least an equivalent 30-minute interruption, as well as allowing the break to be used during on-duty, not driving status, allowing drivers to split their required 10 hours off-duty into two periods, one period of at least 7 consecutive hours in the sleeper berth, and the other period of not less than 2 consecutive hours, either off-duty or in the sleeper berth. Neither period would count against the driver's 14-hour driver window. Allow one off-duty break of at least 30 minutes, but not more than 3 hours, that would pause a truck driver's 14-hour driving window, provided the driver takes 10 consecutive hours off-duty at the end of the work shift. Extend by 2 hours the maximum window during which driving is permitted, and a change to the short-haul exception available to certain commercial drivers, lengthening the driver's maximum on-duty period from 12 hours to 14 hours, and extending the distance limit within which the driver may operate from 100 air miles to 150 air miles. The proposed rule would not increase driving time and would continue to prevent CMB operators from driving for more than 8 consecutive hours without at least a 30-minute change in duty status. Now that's all for today's episode of TruckFeed. Please feel free to either like or dislike this video and comment what you think about the seemingly coming changes. Also, feel free to let us know about what topics you want to hear the facts about next. And don't forget about our sponsor, Jack's Chrome Shop. This August, save stacks when you shop at Jack's with $75 off classic roadwork bumpers. This is Lizzie with Chrome and Steel Radio, signing off.